Hello everybody. In this video I'm gonna be showing you how you can make this endless runner game in Scratch. So this game is basically you have a player that moves around left or right. There are cheesy puffs and rocks coming down the lane, and if you collect the cheesy puffs you get a point, but if you hit the rock you lose a life, and if you lose all your life then the game restarts back again. So this game is pretty simple, so let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do is that I just head down to scratch.mit.edu in my web browser, or you can use your offline editor, and let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna change the name of the project to Endless Runner, and then I'm just gonna delete Scratchcat. Now we are gonna make a new sprite, so let's just paint a new sprite, convert to bitmap, and then take the brush tool and set its size to 5. After that you zoom in a lot, and then you fill it with black color or any color you like, and I'm just gonna make the head so like, oh man, it's okay. So the head goes like this. The head is just a normal square, so I'm just gonna take this part out, and then I'm just gonna add some more color or more I'm gonna add a body. So the body is like this. I'm gonna add 2 legs, not like that, right here, and then right there, and then I'm just gonna add 2 simple arms like that. So now my sprite is done. It's just a pretty not looking good sprite. If you want, you can make your own sprite, and you can also make some walking animations and stuff like that. I'm just gonna keep that in like that, and then convert to vector, and then increase its size. So that size is perfect for me, and let me just name this player. And then let me go to my scripts and then say, when the green flag is clicked, we create a variable. I'm gonna delete my variable and then create a variable called which lane. Oh, and for the let's go to backdrops and then make use the line tool, and then let's just set our outline size to 20 and make some simple straight lines. Making straight lines are very easy. All you gotta do is you just drag the lines while pressing the shift key and it comes straight. So now that line is good, so let's go code our sprite, our player. So I'm just gonna say, when the green flag is clicked, set which lane to 2 so that it's right in the center, and then say forever if, go to operators, take the equal to block, and then on the right side you say 1, and on the left side you go to variables and put which lane. So if which lane is equal to 1, then we have to go to this spot, which is the first lane, which goes, this is the whole first lane, this is the second lane, and this is the third lane. So let's just say go to here. I'm gonna just duplicate that and then say if the which lane is equal to 2, then we go to the center, which is over here. Go to x negative 10, and I'm gonna duplicate that once again for the last lane, which is the third lane. And then it is over here, so let's just say go to there. So the y positions are a bit different, so let me just make everything go negative 11. I mean negative 111, so that it has the same y position. And now if you click start, it goes to the second lane, which is x negative 10. So now we have to make our sprite go left or right. For that, let's create another script. Say when the green flag is clicked, forever, if the left arrow key is pressed, then you change which lane by negative 1. I'm gonna duplicate this one and then say if the key right arrow is pressed, then you change lane by 1. And then let's have a little weight over there, 0.1 and 0.1. And now if you see, you can move around easily. But there is a problem. If you are on the edge, or you are on the first or the third lane, and if you click the left arrow or the right arrow, it just changes to 0. And we don't want that to happen, because if we click the right arrow key, it changes which lane to 1, and then it goes to 2. The same thing happens for the third lane. So we don't want that to happen. So let's just take the if else statement, and then let's just say go to operators, take the equal to block, put number 1 in the right hand side, and take the variable which lane, and then say if the key left arrow is pressed, you take these 2 blocks and put that below the else, and put this whole if else block right inside here. So say if which lane is equal to 1, then you set which lane to 1. And we do the same thing for the right hand side, so let's just take this off since we have duplicated this, and say if which lane is equal to 3, set which lane to 3 and change which lane by 1. So now if you see, you can move left and it doesn't changes its lanes if it's on the lane 1 or lane 3, which is good. So now that we have done with the play moments, why don't we just add the rocks and the cheesy puffs or whatever you want for your points. So we can just choose a sprite from the sprite library. I'm gonna take cheesy puffs, or you can take whatever you wanted to. I'm gonna take cheesy puffs. I'm just gonna change its size to 70. Yep, 70 is good. And the player is a bit big, so let's just make him like 95. Yep, 95 looks good. You can move him around, yeah. Now for the cheesy puffs, we should say when the green flag is clicked, hide so that the original sprite doesn't show, and we show its clones. So let's just say forever wait, go to operators, take the pick random block and then say wait, pick random 1 to 2, 1 to 2, and then create a clone of myself. And then say when I start as a clone, let's make a variable for the cheesy puff so that it knows where to go, the first lane, the second lane, or the third lane. So let's just make a variable and then say, let's just call it food spawn place. Click OK. And then say set food spawn place to pick random 1 to 3. Since there are 3 lanes and we have to pick one of the 3 lanes. And then we take an if statement, take the equal to block, and on the right side you put 1, and on the left side you put food spawn place. So say if the food spawn place is equal to 1, then you just drag the cheesy puffs to where you want it to spawn. I'm just gonna make it spawn there, right up there. Yep, I'm gonna just make it spawn right up there. Let's just say go to that place. And then let's just duplicate this and then say if the food spawn place is equal to 2, then you go to x negative 6. Let the y coordinates be the same so that the y stays the same and nothing else happens. So let's just say this one go to, this should not be minus 682, this should be minus 6. Sorry about that. Let's duplicate this, change this to 3, and then its x position is 172. So let's just say that. Oh, not this one. Let's just take these 6 away, or else I'm just gonna say 172. And then you have to show. And one thing we wanted it to do is that we want it to come down, like all the way down like this, and when it reaches here it hides. So now what we do is that repeat until, take the repeat until block, say repeat until, take the greater than, and then go to motions, and on the left hand side you put y position, and on the right hand side you put negative 170. So repeat until y position is greater than negative 170. Change y by negative 3 or 5. I'm just gonna say negative 3. And then you have to delete this clone. So let's see if that works. So it just waits for like 2 seconds. Wait, and it's not showing. Why is that so? Maybe I should change this to negative 170 is greater than, yeah. So the problem, the mistake I have done is that I've just put y position is greater than negative 170. It should be y position is less than negative 170. And put that in there. So now if you see, you can, the cheesy puffs are falling. And we also need one thing for it to do. You have to repeat until y position is greater than, or Y position is less than -170, or it is touching the player. So you go to motions and take out this OR statement or the OR block, and then on the right hand side you say touching player, and on the left hand side you put this block. And so now if you see, you can move around, and if it touches, it just hides or deletes the clones. So that is a good thing. So let's also create the stones. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna duplicate this cheesy puffs, make a new variable, call it rock spawn place, and then say set rock spawn place to pick random. You change wherever there is food spawn place, change them to rock spawn place. That's it. So now I'm just gonna go to its costumes. We don't need the cheesy puffs costumes, but we can choose a costume from the Sprite library and get the rock, which is this one. And then let's just delete the cheesy puffs costume and let's center this. Yeah. And this is not cheesy puffs, so let's call that rock. And delete the rest. I'm gonna change rock to like a -5. So now also the rock should be very randomly coming. It should not be like, it should not create clones of itself as fast as how the cheesy puffs does. So okay. So there is this. So now our game is coming together. We have done the player movements, the clonings, and also the rock cloning. So now let's make 2 more variables, call them score and lives. So the score and lives are pretty simple. You go to your player and then make another script, say when the green flag is clicked, forever, if it's touching the cheesy puffs, then you change your score by 1. You duplicate this and then say if it's touching the rock, then you change your lives by -1. So at the start of the game, we'll just set both of them. We'll just set the score to 0 and the lives to 3. 3, yeah. And now let's try that out. Yep, it changes its score by 1, which is a good news. And if you touch the rock, the lives decreases. Also, we have to say, if, go to operators, take the equal to block, say 0. So say if the lives is equal to 0, then you should stop all, or yeah, let's just keep stop all for the moment just to check whether they work properly. So there's 1 life gone, there's another life gone, and there's another life gone, and it stops everything. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna just take all of these blocks from the when green flag clicked. Instead, we are just gonna broadcast something. So let's just say when the green flag is clicked, we broadcast a message, and that message is gonna be reset. So let's just put when I receive reset in all the scripts, and then you broadcast reset instead of stop all, and then reset and reset. So I'm just gonna hide the rock spawn place, and now if your lives goes down to 0, it just resets the whole game, which is awesome. Anyways guys, I'm gonna end this video here. If you like it, smash that like button, and I think I'll be doing a part 2 on making a scrolling background. Anyways, please like it, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to Lil Scratches. Goodbye!